Hello there, Internet. How you doing? Hope you like my music. Yo, fucking several years ago at this point, I did the internet anthropology stream. I was playing Goemon, and I forgot to play that fucking Strong Bad song. And I have regretted it ever since. I figured this would be a good time for it. So, there you go. Also, I still have no idea what Mr. Dizzy DROS is saying. I could not find a translation of that song, but he sounds great. The beat is good. Kanye-esque, early Kanye-esque. It's good. Yeah, it's the guy that does the voice for Measure Ahead. Anyway, we got shit to do. We got a communism to do. And then a date to go on. And then we're gonna start endgame shit. That is the plan for this evening. The idea is that I'm going to start the endgame shit, and then after the first like big thing, whatever happens at that point, I'm going to force myself to stop, even though I'm probably not going to want to, and continue playing in a few days. Pardon. Because the end is long, is my understanding, and I don't want to be stuck playing for like 8 hours or some shit to beat the game. Mostly because like I don't want to be like tired as shit and run down for the end of it. I want to be like, you know, like have some fucking energy left. And not just be like dying to get off the air as soon as I'm done with it. So yeah. Did I? No, I did not start the game because the muting is not cooperating. I would love to know what the fuck the deal is with that. That just, out of nowhere, stopped cooperating. Apropos of nothing. Like, I didn't change a damn thing. Didn't fuck with a setting 1. I have no idea. I was waiting for Alex to, what I'm assuming is wake up. There's a chance he's doing house things also. He had like one last thing to do before he's done with that shit for the moment. But I'm hoping he will come by later. If not, I might end early and just do the long stream. Just buckle up for it. I mean, I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna be able to get done everything I need to get done before I start the endgame shit either. That's just like optimism. So I can only hope. I think at the moment I was like killing time because I can't do a damn thing else until Timothy goes to sleep, I believe. Although, oh, we're pretty late in the day, actually. What the hell? How did I kill so much time? I know playing the game with him didn't take very long. Was it the reading? I think it might have been the reading. I got like caught in a little fucking alchemy loop with that one book, and I guess I killed like fucking 3 hours or something doing that. Alright. Well, cool. So like, so I just have to wait like another 30 minutes before I can do any of this shit? I still haven't done this shit, but I think I was told that I can't yet, also. I also might... I'm gonna not look into it. I'm gonna not. I need to do this now that I have the password. That's the endgame shit. Also that. I can't do this. I don't know why it's still here. It's like game doesn't know that the body is gone. Game, please. You already taunt me with a bunch of fucking checks that I can't actually do. This shit... I already tried to do this shit, but I can't give her anything because she's a window. I don't understand what... Okay. And... the only one of these that I can do is this, which is like the endgame shit, and this, which is something I have to do later. So do I really have nothing else to do until the day is over? I'm not sure if there's anything else I needed to do with Kim. I don't think there was. Not at the moment. I think we might be out of shit to do. I should just read that book a little more. Did I pick up any other books? I think I was the only... No, I got games. And I fucked with both of those games.
Medicinal purposes of the pearl. The cover of this heavy tome features a number of esoteric symbols. Very well. First, choose a base ingredient.
I feel like we kept getting the same shit.
Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Sugar.
You've created a delicious tincture of whiskey
like,
and ginger.
Neither
According
one
to
of
the
those things is
pharmacopoeia,
in there.
It should increase your energy and focus, though, in your experience, it's only done the opposite. If only you could find one of these right now and drink the shit out of it. The book said it's good for you, so it would be okay.
That's how it works. You read it in a very legitimate book. It looks like it's like 15 minutes every time I do this, so
choose a base
one more
ingredient. Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle. Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Pomegranate.
You've created a delicious tincture.
No, I haven't. You lie.
Only you could, would you like to try again?
Okay, we're about at 9 o'clock,
Very
but
well.
let's just...
Next, lastly, is there anything else?
Wouldn't it be funny if it...
created
Yeah,
a
now I
delicious
did.
tincture.
Sure.
If only would you like to try? You close
Alright.
the book and find yourself staring at the familiar cover once more.
That's it. I also went and listened to a little bit of the guy who does the narration. He also has a band. They're called Maroon something? Fuck. I didn't much care for it. Maroon Town. Yeah, I was not big on that. Not a big ska person. You know? Yeah, I couldn't get into it. So I'm not gonna be playing any of that. Sorry, any Maroon Town fans. I don't mean to disappoint. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go and send Timothy to bed and go do delinquent things. Where's my place? Here. Can I just like, yeah.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Did he just fucking vanish? Shit. I think I fucked with everything in here already. Oh, did I finish the communism thought yet? Oh, I have not. Shit. I mean, how long does that meeting go on? I didn't time that very well. I mean, I did it about as soon as I could after I learned the other thought, I think. Shit. Well, I hope I didn't fuck myself over doing that. I'm not sure the thought is required. It's just encouraged. But I would have rather had it, like, processed by the time I was getting to this meeting. What's his Steban? Yeah, where's he at? Excuse me. Oh wait, aren't they in that room with all the commie shit in it? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I remember that apartment. Does time not actually pass unless you do shit? I guess now I can just, like, sit on a bench like a weirdo. Okay. It just says after 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna hope that it's fine. Oh man. I don't think it's gonna be fine. Because I have to, like, read a whole ass book? An entire book! Jesus fuck. There's a rhetoric check. I'm not worried about that. I dumped way too many points into rhetoric to fucking do that shit with the container. Cause, like, goddamn, that voice is so obnoxious and now it won't shut up because I put a bunch of points into it. But I guess it's gonna be useful for this, so that's good. How long does this book take to read? Yeah, time is not passing. You have to, like, do shit. Does the fast travel make time pass? I do wonder. I'm going to check. I don't think it does, though. Or maybe it did. Because I was only like a quarter after when I came here, I think. It doesn't say how long it takes to read. Okay, we're gonna fucking try. We're gonna fucking try. Man, if I have to do a whole other day, I'm just gonna basically, like, fucking, like, I'm gonna have to spend all day reading my silly fucking alchemy book and just, like, I'm gonna have nothing to do if I have to fucking come back the next day and do that shit. Absolutely nothing to do. Alright. Alright. Let me put on my fucking rhetoric shit. I can't remember what I got for rhetoric shit. Yeah, this fucking shirt. That might be it, though. I don't know. I don't know. Might be it. Looks like it. I think I missed out on another item that boosts rhetoric, so fuck me. It's alright. I have this shirt and I have cigarettes. I will be fine. It will be okay. What was it, 9:28? No, the fast travel does not make time pass. Alright. I'm gonna save before I do this, just in case. I mean, I don't know what I can do if like, the timing is fucked. I also don't know.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Wait, can I not? Because, like, what I'm thinking is, it's not so important for me to process the thought before I actually go to the meeting. It looks like the check that I have to pass, the important one, is after I get this book. And if I can read the book and process the thought at the same time, that would be better. Right? So, looks like there's a composure check, too. I realize I'm kind of, like, holding my hand through this, but I really don't want to fuck it up. And at this point, I really gotta get this done so that I can do the rest of the shit. And I'm kind of out of time to do it. So I think that's a good idea. Let me put on my composure things. I think I might have, like, shoes or something. The windbreaker? Man. Alright. God, it's so ugly. Holy shit, man. Christ. I can't even pinpoint exactly what about it is so goddamn ugly, but fuck. It's like the ugliest thing in the game for me, which is really, like, that's a high bar. That is a very high bar. Shoes? Wait, don't these also boost composure? No, they're perception. Okay. Somehow that's better. I don't... Holy shit. It's just, like, the combination of colors and, like, it's so... It's kind of like late 80s, early 90s. I don't know. I think somebody could maybe make that look good. But I would have to see it. I do not currently have faith that anybody could make that look good. But some people are very skilled. I could not make that look good. Absolutely not. Okay. I think this is my composure outfit. For fuck's sake. Looking good. Looking good. I do like the shoes. The shoes are good. Okay. I gotta at least kill time
You sit
until,
on the wind-worn wooden planks of the
what,
bench.
30 minutes?
Your feet ache. Time passes. It's getting so dark, you can barely make out the snowflakes drifting down from the sky.
What can I do to pass fucking 5 minutes? I don't know. It probably doesn't make that much of a difference here.
Could you twiddle your thumbs so hard that they come off your hands? You try, but nothing happens. You give up.
Alright. Let's fucking go. We're gonna do a communism. Get out of here, you fucking pop up. Alex been doing hella housework for a long fucking time at this point. He's trying to quit, but like, this particular project, it started out small. Like, I asked him, like, you started out, like, he said he was, like, changing out an outlet or something, and sooner or later he was fucking painting a wall, and he asked me, if I was familiar with, what was it? Scope creep, I think is what he called it. I guess it's a term in, like, software engineering, but I mean, you can apply it to lots of shit. Scope creep. Basically, you start out with a certain scope for a project, and it just gets bigger because reasons, and that's basically what happened with this, so. One last fucking thing. I've just been kind of sucking up all his free time. Isn't this the room? This is not the room. Okay, shit. I gotta go find the room then.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
I don't think this is it. Oh, it's behind Cindy. Okay. He straight up just learned to do a whole bunch of shit just to do it for this place he bought. Largely taught by, as he describes it, kind Canadian men on YouTube. I guess a lot of the popular fucking fix-it-do-it-yourself whatever channels for the shit he needed to do are run by Canadian people. Wait, where is she at? I can't remember how to get to her. Are these not the right apartments? Is there another balcony? Maybe there is. This is like to the back, I think. I think there's maybe, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not terribly handy. Like, I could maybe have learned to do some of the shit that he did. I just am not motivated enough to do that, really. I'm more, like, crafty than handy. Which, you know, there's overlap there. Is this it? How the fuck do I get in there? Oh, okay. I think I gotta pass a composure check. It said, let me get my amphetamines. Ooh, shit. Didn't I mean to buy more speed? I should be alright for the moment, but I should go hit up the drunk folks for that. Okay. Here we go.
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices having what appears to be an animated discussion. This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez.
Yeah!
Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt. The acrid smell of failure.
Oh.
No, that's just slightly burnt coffee. A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at this pig, sniffing about after hours.
Why didn't you say the secret door was right behind you?
Must have slipped my mind. You know how it goes.
The metal grill is cool to the touch.
Yeah, try to
You
listen.
can make out at least two separate voices.
Okay.
Two voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Careful with those now. I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
I don't really want to, like, bang on it if they're doing something delicate, but fuck
The
it.
clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent. A pair of frightened hares cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
Who's there? Is that you, Maurice?
Are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists. It's not Maurice, it's the police. I'm not trying to tell him that. I feel like this is a terrible idea, but these are all like I'm not trying to fucking lie to this dude. Oh man, I mean I did just save. Like, what's worse, being like an oblivious asshole, or telling him I'm the police, or lying? Like, these are all awful options. That's right, it is I, Maurice. I mean, I kind of just want to see how this goes. Fuck it.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
Listen, I've already built like 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence.
What's the passphrase?
It was this. I do believe.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way. No, they're still there. You can feel them back there.
All right. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or we'll all be locked out.
Okay.
And don't watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away, in places.
Uh-huh.
Have fun at your underground meeting, pig. Hope it's a blast.
I love how just like dripping with disdain everything she says is. It's perfect.
The two young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor.
Uh-huh.
Matchboxes, it appears.
Okay.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is. It's holding.
Careful, careful.
Shit. 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 Well. Y'all gonna blame me for
Damn.
that?
Hardly any difference.
The young man shakes his head and then looks up at you with barely concealed irritation.
You're late.
You
Late?
should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
I mean, sorry.
One leader and one follower. The most ancient power dynamic. There's a great deal of tension in this young man's shoulders, more than someone his age should bear. Meanwhile, his companion inclines toward him, eager to catch every word that dribbles from his friend's mouth. Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently?
Wait. Is that one of the guys?
Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
The former owner is in like 2 back? I can't remember how they said they got those jackets. Wait. Which jacket? I don't know which jacket they're talking about. I can't remember. You weren't exactly easy to find. Play along. My apologies, comrades. I had to be sure I wasn't being tailed by our class enemies. I don't want to be that ridiculous. I don't... Or do I? Or do I? What am I late for, exactly? Why would I feel like this is... I don't need to do that. You know what, fuck it. The young man considers you for a moment.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times.
Yeah, man.
What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-oh. No one said anything
Oh, shit.
about reading.
Oh, no.
You'll just have to wing this one.
Damn, I failed a drama check? Fucking... Bruh. Oh, no. What is this reading? I thought this is a revolutionary group. The reading, yes. I have not.
You have. Excellent. Let's hear your critique then.
Thought the themes were interesting. I regret bullshitting. I regret it. I regret this. I immediately regret this. Oh god. Fuck.
They always say that when they haven't done the reading.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
There's profound consternation in his voice. You suspect it's about something bigger than your not having done the reading.
Okay.
Maybe he can explain himself.
What were you doing with those matchboxes?
The young man
just
frowns
now?
at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
They're gone, aren't they?
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around. It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could.
Huh. What are y'all doing?
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Okay.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. It's the most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinaise.
Ooh.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
Yawn. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of Beano-clads yanking each other's knobs?
Half-Light's kind of a cunt, any. Is this where I can square off in theory combat? Debate bro shit. I mean, I don't like these are all bad.
To get into some spirited debates.
I'm sure.
But it's always in service of our larger intellectual and ideological project.
I mean, they certainly tell themselves
Precisely.
that.
We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
So what does your reading group actually read?
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
For some reason, the word plasm catches in your ear like a piece of old wax.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating.
Oh no. Oh god. Fucking.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
Communist theorists love puns, in case that wasn't obvious.
Well, we can agree on one thing.
Hablas un pain infernal.
The original Fisdale translation, not that worked down revisionist garbage.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they've actually read all this stuff.
I mean, I'm not
Obviously.
sure.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
Inframaterialists?
You're not familiar with them? It's pretty advanced stuff.
I'm sure,
You may not
honey.
be ready for it yet, gendarme.
The two young men exchange skeptical side glances. Who's
Only
Ignace
Krasmazov's
Nilsson?
most trusted lieutenant,
Okay.
the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
Okay.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Those words again. You've got to find out what this inframaterialist stuff is all about. Whatever it is, one thing's perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding
They
of
certainly
communism
seem to think they
than
do.
you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them. The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Did this reading group have anything to do with the... No. Where is the rest of the reading group?
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
Should the group have like more people in it? Yo, that's mean. I gotta start somewhere, right? Just
We're
two of
in
you?
something of a rebuilding phase.
I see.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Okay, what happened to
Intellectual
them?
attrition is maybe the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
Oh, God forbid.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading group.
Novels. Unbelievable. Maybe you just haven't found the right group yet? I mean, let's just...
See? Even the gendarme gets it.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Okay. What's so bad about the...
They're the most depressing school of
Godwaldians?
communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Godwalders, in other words.
It's okay for Uli to say that, because his dad is from Gottwald.
Oh, I see. What's so depressing about their
The
theories?
Gottwald school believe that intellectuals as a class are capable of sparking revolutionary change. So all they can do is critique capitalism from inside itself. That's why they spend all their time smoking cigarettes and writing long works of criticism that make you want to commit suicide.
That sounds
It is
miserable.
That's probably why they're always committing suicide.
Oh!
You see, the Gottwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. But scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
Okay, about the
For
iconoclasts?
starters, they love talking about beans.
Beans? What's wrong with beans? I like beans. I do like beans.
That's right. Iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future.
Okay.
Nota bene, iconoclast is an extra pejorative form of the already pejorative name, Mazovian economists, a moderate school of Mazovianism which advocates the gradual transition to communism through carefully managed economic modernization rather than violent social revolution.
Uh-huh.
They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism.
Bean-centric.
Ah yes, the much maligned bean counters, ensconced in their think tanks and high-rises, believing they can save the world through a series of incremental, assiduously technocratic reforms.
But isn't it good to know how many beans there are? I don't get it. Are the beans a metaphor? I mean...
If only. They've got all the beans accounted for in their asset sheets, their quarterly budgets, their future projections. But for some reason, there are never enough beans to go around. So we've just got to cut our bean rations in half.
And next thing you know, there are budget cuts, so now we've got to cut the bean rations in half again. You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists, but in reality they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
Okay. And what about the liberals? Are they liberals too? Wait, are the liberals liberal? What is
course
this
not.
question?
The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
Okay.
Basically indistinguishable from fascists. You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
Oh my goodness. Now what about Cindy?
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
An essay?
That doesn't stop her from using a room for studio space, of course.
Did you say something about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
Okay.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Right. So a few weeks ago we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said... What were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
Just go along with it.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
Oh.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
I totally understand. I don't understand at all. So you expelled Maurice from the reading group over an argument about turnips?
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Go ahead.
Are you accepting new
We
members?
typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
I feel like the barrier to entry here is supposed to be its own joke.
But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Like this is absurd. Like, it's literally just two guys, and they're still making it as difficult as possible to join their little fucking communism club. It's fucking ridiculous. The gatekeeping. My
Stefan,
God.
You can't be serious. For gendarme?
What is a
I'm
gendarme?
serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, you still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process.
What does this mean? Okay. Is he calling me a knight? I'm so confused. I don't know if they mean it, like, historically. What's this ambiguation? Apparently it's also a mountaineering term. I'm gonna go with not. I guess it's okay to refer to any French policeman. How can they tell I'm a fucking cop? In this getup? The hell?
Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Oh boy. Somewhat bookish toad? What is that fucking, how did I get that shit? What even, like, I'm happy to have it, but, okay. That's pretty good. Man, if I fail this, I'm gonna have to fucking go through so much shit just to do it again. I kind of want to save, but I don't think I can do that. I mean, it would be, well, it would only be a red check if I couldn't. Fuck it, let's just do it.
Take a deep
Nice.
breath. You've done some reading these past few days, but you also know there's more to life than what you find in books. Now, chin up. You've got this.
This is just the group I've been looking for. When do we start? Let's do this interview.
Oh, you want to start now?
Yeah.
Sure, we can manage that.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in? And we'll just see where the conversation goes.
I think the only thing I remember reading is that fucking book about the Pale and coming up with a bunch of different tinctures and shit. really get into political and historical subjects. Man, I fucking... That doesn't mean I don't have stories. I may not have read many books, but that doesn't mean I don't have stories. I mean, wasn't that kind of what I was, like, insinuating with the, like, fucking... Yeah, there's more to life than what you find in books. So, like...
Okay, we'll bite.
Yeah.
What sort of stories are we talking about?
A real-life procedural, complete with gory details.
Yeah. Cop
How
stories.
about a tale of adventure, intrigue, and daring do?
Oh boy. I'll tell you about the time I woke up and completely forgot what money is. Adventure, it's I don't know, daring, what the fuck even is that? Did I do this? I'm not sure I did that. Fucking... I don't know if they want to hear about that. I feel like this is maybe more communism leaning.
Oh, we're getting into the psychiatric pathologies of life under capital.
Yeah.
Let's
There
see
you
where
go.
this goes.
You've got them. They're starting to loosen up. You're relaxed and in control. You deftly weave every piece of the story together.
I'm just trying to imagine what it would be like to wake up with no concept of what money is.
That sounds like it'd be pretty cool until you realized what it was, and then it'd be horrible.
If you encountered it in a novel, you'd say it sounded like a plot contrivance or like a fantasy.
But isn't the point that money is itself just a collective fantasy? Yeah.
It's just like Mazoverall. The freeman of the future will be he who awakens in perfect ignorance of capital.
Wait, Steban, are you saying the gendarme is some kind of future communist?
Yeah, motherfucker. Future shit.
Another quarter of an hour disappears. The conversation bounces back and forth. Whatever their pretensions, it's clear these two have been craving something real. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. Time to wrap this tale up.
And anyway, even if you could somehow unpeel time, it wouldn't be the you who gets rich from those investments.
But
Bitch,
that
what?
would imply that whenever you unpeel time, you leave behind some kind of doppelganger in now time.
Where did this
I
go?
suppose we'll have to leave it there. But listen, gendarme. We could use someone with your breadth of expertise. With just a little more theoretical background, I think you'll be able to make some real contributions.
Alright.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
Yay.
Here's your first assignment. It's an overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
I'll add it to my very extensive reading
Come
list.
back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m. Do be
Okay.
sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
Alright.
Mazovian Socioeconomics. 0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmezov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory. It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
The fuck? Alright. Wow. Damn. That's kind of rough. I guess I'm very incentivized to do a communism now. Shit. I gotta read this book. I'm gonna read it right in front of him.
This pocket-sized features a swirl of orange, yellow, and green.
I should save,
The title,
actually.
A brief look at inframaterialism, is set in an authoritative yet approachable serif font. What an interesting color palette. It's vibrant, yet somehow leaves you ever so slightly nauseated. No. These are terrible colors. They're like
tie?
apricots.
Oh. Ow.
On the inside jacket flap, you find a brief summary. What is inframaterialism? A highly theoretical branch of Mazovian communism? A collection of mystical ramblings by a discredited revolutionary? Or possibly both? This brief look, TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most fascinating and misunderstood theories in a concise, jargon-free manner.
That sounds good. I'm gonna save. Hold on. Oh, I can also look around the room. Try not to think about the cracks spidering across the floor. A rickety easel surrounded by pots of goulash? Cindy... something? Cindy, no doubt. Could it be the Phasmid? No, probably not. This one says no war but class war. We have found the brochureless. Under the cobblestones, communism. Oh? I'm just stealing their shit. At the bottom of the pot, an isle of black sludge rises from a shadowy sea. I'm guessing that's the burnt coffee. Were these pants that I just picked up? Uh-huh. Oh, it's a vest. Safety first. Okay. Did I actually save? I think I just looked around the room. I can't remember if I saved. Okay. I don't know, I kind of like the cover.
The cover of this pocket-sized...
Yeah.
No. Apricots.
Oh man, fuck off.
On the inside jacket, this brief look, TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most fascinating and misunderstood theories in a concise, jargon-free manner.
So far, so good.
You turn to the table of contents. The guide itself is divided into several sections with seemingly esoteric titles like Effects of Plasm on Root Vegetables and Mental Projection and Transference. There's also a brief introduction about the life of Ignas Nielsen, known to his numerous admirers as the evangelist of the revolution, and to his even more numerous enemies as the apocalyptic Shrike. Ignas Nielsen remains one of the most controversial and fascinating figures to emerge in the years of the anti-centennial revolution, second only to Krasmazov himself. During his unparalleled life, he helped guide a revolution in one country and found a new state in another. Along the way, he committed some of the most notorious war crimes in an era famed for its atrocities. He is your brother, a fellow doom prophet. And yet, his most fascinating contribution to history may be the most overlooked. His theory of ideological plasm, from which his followers and successors developed the school of communism known as inframaterialism.
Alright.
If you're like most people, you probably believe that your thoughts reside in your brain, right?
Yeah.
That's not right at all. Thoughts don't exist in the brain. They float through the air. Your brain is but a fish swimming through them.
Honestly, I have no idea where some of these thoughts come from.
This sounds more like a question for a psychiatrist. See also a brief look at psychiatry. But let's stick with Ignis Nielsen a moment. As Mazov's devoted comrade and leading theoretician, Nielsen was responsible for developing much of the intellectual foundation of communism. But his interests and speculations were famously wide-ranging. During his final years in exile, he produced, among other things, an early guide to home brewing, instructions for raising revolutionary children, plans for a universal pictographic language, and a detailed materialist critique of Dolores Day's chess strategy.
Oh?
A true man of ideas, equal to any of the great DeLorean polymaths. But one subject he returned to time and time again was the fundamental relationship between thoughts and matter. We may yet discover, he wrote in his notebooks, that under certain exceptional circumstances, the proletariat's embrace of historical materialism may be so fervent that their beliefs take form in the world of matter as a kind of revolutionary plasm.
Hold on, could you put that in slightly more basic terms?
Certainly. In essence, Nielsen is arguing that thoughts don't just reside inside the brain, they radiate outward from it. According to this idea, the brain is an ideological transponder, constantly emitting waves of highly politicized energy, which Nielsen called plasm.
Okay.
Whoa is right. What's more, Nielsen speculated that this plasm, when it becomes powerful enough, might begin to influence the material reality surrounding it.
So this is just some
Hence the name
paranormal shit?
Materialism. Unfortunately, Nielsen passed away before he was able to develop these initial ideas into a full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists.
Alright.
Building on Nielsen's basic insight, these theorists reached a startling conclusion that a sufficiently revolutionary state might begin to exhibit certain extra-physical effects based on the amount of plasm generated by its citizens.
This doesn't make any sense. So, these people are saying that if enough people just believe in communism, it will come true? Yeah, is this... So, yeah,
Correct.
it's his followers'
Though
theory?
certain particulars of the theory are commonly attributed to Nielsen himself, the evidentiary basis of those attributions has always been a point of contention between inframaterialists and their critics. The actual theory is highly technical. But for the purposes of this brief look, TM, that's a fine working definition of the concept.
Gotcha.
That's because this is absolute idiocy, not even worth engaging with.
This is sure wild, but then again, we live in a world with the fucking tail, so I don't...
No. There's something here. You can feel it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Divide the extra-physical effects of the revolutionary state by the level of plasm required to achieve them. At the lowest, or first level, revolutionary plasm is believed to stimulate or invigorate matter without altering its essential properties.
How does it
To take
stimulate
one
matter?
example, during the revolutionary period, many communard farmers in Grad reported extraordinary yields of certain root vegetables, most notably turnips. The difference in these yields was simply too great to be accounted for by mere climate or soil conditions. The only reasonable explanation, informaterialists argue, is the high level of revolutionary plasm emanating from the commune itself. Even today, in parts of the SRV, there are collective farms whose root vegetable yields exceed those thought possible by capitalist agronomists.
Alright.
Who's to say the farmers aren't just cooking the books? Sounds like obvious SRV propaganda.
What is SRV
It's
again?
also been postulated that plasm may account for the remarkably full and manly facial hair observed on some communist males.
Holy fucking god, dude. I'm just gonna keep going here.
Of course, inframaterialists argue that revolutionary plasm may stimulate human physiology in other ways as well. In fact, reports from the revolutionary period claim that the most radically devoted communards were able to engage in vigorous intercourse for up to 8 hours at a time.
I mean, that just sounds like a UTI. I would get bored. Why would anybody... Okay.
8 hours? There's no way. Your equipment would be mashed to jelly. Hyperproductive vegetables and ultra-horny communards are fine. But this theory hasn't quite gotten strange enough for you.
It hasn't? I would be inclined to
And
disagree
on
with
that
that.
note, you feel like you've gotten the general idea of inframaterialism enough
good.
to carry on a basic conversation at least. But if you'd like to go even deeper into some of the more speculative aspects of the theory,
I think that's all I
you
have
could
time
always
for
read further.
the moment.
Of course you want to go deeper. What else are you here for?
I'm here to do the bare minimum for the moment.
The
Like, I
book
can't...
fits quite snugly into your palm. It would also fit comfortably into a jacket pocket.
Because we're gonna run out of time, and that was apparently enough to complete the fucking quest, so alright. Okay. I think they said this was a rhetoric check. I've only got one more little bit of speed here, so I'm gonna hang on to that. I don't know. Should I use that? I don't... No. I'll not. I'll not. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go on this date tonight, man. I had to do a communism first. Shit, dude. I mean, like I don't think she's gonna... Like, she has kids. I don't think she's gonna be hanging out. Like, I probably should have done that first. Oh, man. I mean, I'll do what I said with the fucking, Like, I will just straight up kill a whole day just so I can do that, because I do want to see
You're
it.
back.
I'm guessing those are Cindy's?
Yeah, it's hers. She just sort of moved it all in a few months ago.
She said if she's going to make truly radical art, she needs a suitably radical workspace.
And I don't think she could afford rent at an actual studio.
You like her
Oh,
art?
sure. It's definitely interesting, I would say.
Interesting. Isn't that just binoclard for I don't have a real opinion?
Let it go.
I guess you could call her latest stuff a sort of counter-bourgeoisie calligraphy. She's got a real taste for radical slogans.
It's too bad she hasn't developed the theoretical foundation to do truly radical work.
I think she'll get there, though. She's still looking for a subject equal to her ambitions.
What's the deal with this
The
place?
deal, at a fundamental level, I guess you could call it the shattered bones of a dream crushed by capital.
That's really good, Steban. You should save that for an essay.
Thanks, Uli. When the idea is sound, the words just sort of flow.
Yes, now keep developing the idea.
If this place is the shattered bones, that must make us bone weevils? What is a bone weevil? That
That
sort
could
of
be.
thing.
It would explain some of the more ornate
Luxury
detailing.
apartments.
But we're speaking in world historical terms here. What this place represents, not what it merely was.
His friend yawns, evidently bored by literal reality.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Let's do this.
Yes. Let's get right to it.
His companion leans forward, ready to jump in. These two are full of interesting stories and rumors
Damn,
about
yeah,
Nielsen,
we're not. I mean,
Mazov,
like, she's
and their
asleep. There's no way
revolutionary
she's not
exploits.
asleep.
Half an hour passes, and the conversation gradually wends its way to some unexpected places.
But if it's true that this individual possesses so much capital,
Oh my God.
bends around him, then that must mean
The capital produces its own form of plasm. That light itself is a bourgeois illusion. I'm going with that.
In Innocence of Capital, Puncher and Wortman argue that communists must possess as little capital as possible in order to keep their thinking undiluted by its influence.
Has it gotten cold in here? Your arms seem to be covered in goose flesh.
well, on that note, I think we can call it an evening.
No, wait. Can this really be the end? You feel like you've just gotten to the real stuff.
Yes. One of our better discussions lately, on the whole.
That's it?
What do you mean, is that it? You've done the reading, we talked about it. What more do you expect from a reading group?
What if I have more questions? You know, about communism.
Well, you could always ask, I guess.
We look at each other
You
for a
probably
moment.
won't get a better chance. Honestly.
But it's getting late, so maybe pick the most important
Ooh,
question.
boy. I'm glad I saved. Oh, fuck. Ask the most important question about communism. Oh, boy. Alright. I thought I'd have a little better shot at that. I will save scum this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Alright, here we go.
Nope.
We're devoting all your available brain cells to coming up with a question about communism. Scratch that. To coming up with the question about communism. The alpha and omega of communism questions. And that question is...
I'm like, since I'm gonna fucking reload the save, I kind of want to see what they're gonna say. Surely I can think of
maybe
something
in
better.
another life, but not this one. Face it, this is the question that's been simmering inside you all along.
Is it?
No. This was supposed to take your mind off the other thing.
It's getting in theory back
You
there.
spent
Oh my
some time
god.
getting lost in your theoretical
Oh
labyrinths.
fuck.
But
I'm gonna
this
try
has
it
been the
again.
beast
I'm gonna
at
try
the
it again.
center This whole time.
I'm gonna see what they say to this though.
The young man gives you a slightly confused look, as though he's sure you asked something else, and he simply misheard. No, he heard you crystal clear. Somehow, it sounded even worse out loud.
He wants to know if women are bourgeois again.
Yes, I heard him. Give me a moment. What makes you ask that question above any other?
Above any other. I don't know. It's just what my brain told me to say. Because they won't let me forget the life we used to have together. Oh my god. Because I can't handle them. That would appear to be the truth, but this is the saddest.
Gendarme. Your problem isn't ideological, it's personal.
It would seem that was what gave me the minus on. You can't even avoid that. Like, it just happens when you read the book, unless you just like never form that thought about apricots. Oh, fuck.
That's natural. You're like a fish that's only now discovering that her whole life has been dictated by the movements of sea currents.
Yada yada.
That's what ideology is. It's like there are these invisible forces everywhere, pushing and tugging you this way and that, and you don't even know they're there.
What does this have to do with women?
Everything, man. That is part of the communist project, to destroy the ideological structures that reduce men and women to these hollow shells of identity.
Uh-huh.
Do you know the story of Dobrova and Abadanais?
I don't know what you're talking about. Who are they?
The so-called revolutionary lovers. The dual commissars of revolution in Insulinda.
Okay.
Yulia Dobrova came from Grad. Jean Abadanais was born in Reversal. She was brilliant, charismatic, a revolutionary comet. He was her partner and stabilizer, the planet who kept her in orbit.
What became of them, though? There seems to be a blank paragraph in the history books.
It's from them we get the notion of dual leadership, the Decomptage, Reversol's truly great contribution to revolutionary thought. I believe it even persists in some form in the RCM, even to this day.
Huh. So you're saying women are only bourgeois because of ideology? Shut the fuck up, man. And what happened to
They
them?
died on their own terms, like real revolutionaries. There's a lot to say for that.
Let's just try again.
Nods, but says nothing.
Oh, I guess that was enough to.
appears
Well,
to be
no, I gotta
distracted
do
by
it again.
something.
I'm gonna do it again.
He's wrestling with some question of his own. He's lost in his own thoughts. You wonder what silt you've stirred in the bottom of his soul.
That was probably an old girlfriend or something.
Wait a minute, if you don't mind.
What?
We wanted to get your opinion on something. A few little changes we've been thinking about.
What kind
Nothing
of
too major, I
changes?
think. We were talking potentially about relaxing some parts of our admissions process.
Yeah, you when you do that, it's fucking. This whole thing is a joke. I can feel it. Like this is the whole motherfucker is commentary. It's dripping with commentary. I can fucking feel it. Like, for fuck's sake. Maybe you should ditch the passphrases and meet in a coffee house. No shit, man. Yeah.
That's interesting. I thought people loved group interviews.
Bruv.
I thought so too, but perhaps we overdid it, just a little.
Oh, maybe.
There was another thing. We were also debating putting up some posters around town.
Though some of us maintain that advertising is an unacceptably bourgeois tactic.
That's what makes it so beautiful. The irony is unbeatable. As a noted art cop, you definitely have an opinion
Do I?
on this.
Do I? I feel like I'm getting very far removed from that red check, and I'm just not gonna be able to do it. It's like a coin flip. I mean, a communism was attempted. I'm not even sure what I would have fucking said to this dude. Like, if I let's just embrace the fucking failure and carry on here. As someone who dabbled in murals himself, I support this plan. I don't know if I want to brag about that. You're appropriating bourgeois methods for revolutionary ends. Yeah, that.
Oh, I like that. We're dismantling the structures of capital with our own tools.
It does sound pretty cool when you describe it like that.
Plus, I've got the perfect place in mind. Put some more coffee on, Uli. We've got a long night ahead of us. We should probably get Cindy in here too. Oh, and gendarme. One last thing.
Yes.
I've been thinking about what you asked before. About women.
Oh man,
you know?
I just said that shit. Because I thought I was gonna reload the save, and now I just get to live with that. Oh my god.
Not that it's any of my business. But it sounds like this question is really tearing you up inside.
It is tearing you up.
Ow.
It's like there's a tiny, hateful beast shredding your very soul.
So, good luck with that, I guess.
We're just gonna sit in that. We're gonna sit with that Bill Dauterive energy, and we're just gonna fucking live with that. Did I gain a level? That's cool. Good. So I did a communism. Poorly, but I indeed did a communism, and now I can't go on my date. So like, am I really about to just like fuck around for an entire day just so I can do that? I feel like I have to. Honestly. Well, I think I wanted to stop drinking, so I can do that before I go on the date. There's a plus. Could do that. Where was that? No. Yeah, there we go. 20 hours. Oh, okay. Apparently I needed that entire time just to do that. So I guess that's fine. And that will be the last thought. I'm kind of undermining my commitment to being a jackass, but we're the only real communists left. Yeah, there is a lot being said here. There is a lot being said with all of that. Go find a secret passphrase. Find the special fucking place where they're hanging out. Read a whole ass book. Do the debate bro thing. Say the right shit. Look the right way. Oh my god. This is great. Like, the more I think about it, the better it gets. Okay. Man, I think that's what I have to do. I just have to fucking... Do you have anything else to say, ma'am?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Good, thank you. Pardon. I guess I can go see if I can buy more speed. That'll maybe be the last thing I do. That's over where I need to go anyway. "20 hours, and I thought that fucking homosexual underground was a long thought. Nope. Let me take off this just hateful goddamn windbreaker. It's so ugly. Jesus shit. Am I like missing shit? Why is there like stuff gone? Did the communists take my shit? I don't think they did. What was here? I don't know. Oh, the gloves. I was wearing these. I think maybe that's it. I'm not sure what was there. I don't like holes in my shit though. Maybe I should. This all stays in the same spots. Maybe I should organize it. I don't know how I would though. Make a funny sound. They clink. All right. Wait, did I not go far enough? No, I did not. I was just taking off the ugly fucking windbreaker. Well, I will certainly do the waste an entire day shit so I can go on my date. I find it hard to believe that Kim's not gonna say anything, but I guess he won't? Like, dude, you just spent all day doing alchemy. What are you fucking doing? Man, like, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Ahem. I can't remember how much this guy was charging for speed. Oh, they're gone. Everybody's fucking asleep. Okay. Fine.
It's getting cold. This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Okay. Man, if Alex doesn't show up, I might have to just, like, sign up for a long-ass stream. I mean, I'm willing to do an 8-hour stream, and that was just, like... He was saying it could take up to 8 hours. That was, like, the estimate. But based on a couple of things he was saying, I think maybe it wouldn't be longer than, like, 6. And I can do a 6-hour stream. I do that all the time. So, like... I think that would be fine. I'm willing to do that. I don't think that would be too bad. I'm trying to think about the longest stream I've ever done. It was definitely one of my, like, one-shot games. Or one of the times I streamed for Battle and Brew. Those were also very long streams. But 8 hours is, like, my absolute goddamn limit. I cannot stream longer than that. For sure. So, I'm trying not to do that. Like, if I wanted to stream for 8 hours, I would need, like, probably 2 breaks or one very long one.
Still, you've earned a rest.
Like, I'd have to eat.
The place feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea, until there's suddenly light.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that.
Oh.
We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Go.
If I had failed that, I wonder what would have happened. It's probably just more internal shit talk, I imagine. We're awake. With fuck all to do. I think it was one or the other, though. Like, I couldn't have gone on that date and then gone and done a communism. Like, one of those things was just, like, I couldn't do it all in one night. Just all there is to it. Where's Kimothy? Do I have to go fetch Kimothy? Did I wake up too early? I'm worried. Where he at? Oh, okay. I was concerned, man. Why is he... I think Kim's being weird. What's going... He's rubber banding, right? As entertaining as this is, I... Let me fucking fast travel. Is he gone? Okay, Kim is bugged. Kim is mad bugged. What the fuck? Homie, where'd you go? What the fuck was that? Man, I'm tempted to just like fuck around with this. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything better than that. That was pretty great. Okay, Kim is bugged. Kim is bugged. Okay, I have to pee. And I'm starting to think that Alex is probably not gonna show up, at least not for a little while, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to... I don't want to start like the end game point of no return shit until he's here, because I know he wanted to see that. I mean, he's played this game before, but like he wanted to see me do that shit. So, alright. Kim is bugged anyway. I'm going to take my little break so I can get through my playlist here. And then when I come back, I will kill an entire day reading about communism and pale alchemy, and then go on my little date. That is the plan. Let me do this shit with the audio. That may or may not be helping. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I've not yet determined if that's actually preventing anything from fucking up, but in case it does, you know. So I have an assortment of electronic music. One of these is a French person, but the other two are not. They just sound good together. I had just been collecting things, and I'm trying to, like, put them together in a fairly cohesive manner, so that's what's going on here. Alright. I'm gonna play this shit. I'll be back, and we'll do our date thing. Maybe Alex will show up. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, I will be back in a few minutes. Hello. I have returned. How y'all doing? I found a lot of good electronic shit when I was sniffing around. Tends to happen. The Stromae dude, it was actually, I know he was singing in French on that one single of his that I played, but he is actually Belgian, particularly. I did not realize he was also doing his own production, and it's very, very good. And yeah, I found that one instrumental track. I really liked it. I wanted to play that. I think those went together pretty good. Trying to make the finale playlist slightly more cohesive. It might have to be longer. I don't know. We might just do like some disco revival shit. Just bring that back. I kind of want to run that back before we end this game. The Uppermost is French. I know he's French. And Disclosure, they're just fucking British, aren't they? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And that was just some new shit of theirs. I saw them recently. That's what I did for New Year's. I've not been out since, but I'm glad I did that. It was a pretty good show. Excuse me. It was alright. They weren't on for the entire time they were supposed to be on, and that was a little irritating. Mostly because, like, I hadn't been out in a while. I was kind of trying to get the most I could out of it. Also, that venue was not great. I can't say I'll be back there, necessarily. It was just like a fucking, like, train depot, basically. It just was like a fucking warehouse. The acoustics were not good. It was a pretty echoey. Like there was just nothing on the walls to fuck with the sound at all, which is usually not good. It was also very long. Like the stage is at the front of a very like long situation. And like I was pretty far back. I was not trying to fucking get in the crowd. It was already a bad enough idea that I was there at all. I wasn't really trying to push my luck. Oh, here's some other shit. You know how I like went to great lengths to not bring my goddamn whip to this thing? Yeah, there were like, I'm pretty sure I saw like 4 or 5 individual fucking whips. It didn't nobody hassle anybody about it. Like, there was just literally no good reason for me to not bring that thing. Also, I ended up not even bringing the fan. I painstakingly rebuilt at roughly the last second. Cause I was paranoid that they were gonna fucking confiscate that or like, you know, do some bullshit. Otherwise prevent me from just getting into the goddamn thing. And also it was just kind of like cumbersome and a lot, and it's not really something I want to bring to a place where I don't know it's gonna be welcome. So I just fucking, I had a little orbital I could fuck with. I just decided to bring that. It turns out though, I'm not very good with that fucking thing. That is not my jam. It's very not whip-like. It's much more, I'm not really sure what to compare that to. I guess it's a little more like poi, because it's more like geometry and shit. But like several poi, like when you have to manage several of them at once. Poi is like for people who aren't familiar with this shit, it's like a ball on the end of a rope basically, and people like spin them around in different patterns. I got a friend that does it, and he went to this show with me. And he had 3 of them, and he was like, I don't really always need 3. Like, you can do a lot with 2. And he often just prefers that. So he was like, do you want to try like a poi and see what you can do with it? I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. And so I did things with the one poi. Matt said I was pretty good with it for a person who had never fucked around with one before, so that's all right. He was like, you kept trying to do whip things with it. I'm like, I know, I kept hitting myself because of that. It was sort of like my whip, but it was like, the balance was off. It was too heavy on the, because I mean, you're basically just fucking with a rope. You know, it feels a little different, but that's the crux of it. And, man, am I really just gonna like read for like 20 fucking hours? Like, also, 20 hours? How much time is that? Cause like 20 hours is like fucking, we'll be fine. 20 hours is like right around 9 o'clock, right? No. 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 Oh my god, this is like a 2-day thing. Holy shit. Oh my god. Sleeping did nothing. Oh god. Also, I haven't looked at chat. If anybody showed up, I'm so fucking sorry. I've been very neglectful. Okay, no. we are still entirely alone. I don't really like doing this with absolutely fucking nobody here. Like, I'd like at least one person to like bounce shit off of and make me feel like I'm not just totally fucking talking to myself. Keep me from like getting into bad thought patterns and shit. I don't know. I'm in a relatively good mood, so I should be fine, at least for the duration of... Okay, so I'm legit gonna have to kill 2 fucking days if I want this shit. Cause we're talking, like, it's what, 7:30? 12 hours is 7:30 in the evening. Yeah, we're talking like 2 days. Okay, well, alright. But... I will have processed the thought before I actually, like, pursue any hypothetical relationship with this woman, and maybe that's more important. Like, you know, I'm just thinking about it from, like, a roleplay perspective, I guess. Like, I was trying to get it done before I even asked her out, but that might be, like, overkill. Like, you know, you don't go into a relationship totally... perfect and fine. I just want to be like on the right track, and I feel like I'm at least doing that. There's an effort being made, you know, I feel like that's probably good enough for, like, because I don't even know if she's gonna like me like that, really. This is a whole lot of assumption on my part. So, all right. Let's just get to nighttime and send Kim away again and go fucking try this shit. For fuck's sake. Okay, we're just gonna, I guess, read about alchemy for the entire day? Is that really what I'm about to do? Well, well, the drunks are not up yet. I'll read about alchemy until the drunks awaken, and then I will go buy some speed, and then continuing with the alchemy.
Purposes of the pearl. Very well.
This is just,
Next,
I'm just...
You've created. If only would you like to try. Very next. Lastly.
I don't really want to talk over this.
You could find one of these right now and drink
Here,
the shit out.
I'm gonna fucking turn the volume way the fuck down so I can talk over this nonsense, because we're gonna be here a while. What the fuck was I oh yeah, so I could have brought my whip to this place and it would have been totally fine, and I definitely regret not doing it. I gotta say, I will fucking never not bring it again. I feel like people are understaffed right now and they just do not have the fucking, the gumption or the resources to fucking tell me to put that thing away. Frankly. So I'm just gonna not worry about it. I'm just gonna keep fucking bringing it, because holy shit. It was so hard for me to continue having a good time when I could see people having that shit and nobody hassling them. It made me feel so fucking dumb for not bringing it. Like, it was otherwise pretty well put together with, like, regard to the fucking, like, they checked everybody's vaccine shit. Like, you know, they were actually doing all of that. It's just that, why would you explicitly ban this one type of light toy and then not give a single fuck? It's just mysterious. I don't fucking understand it. I did make it to the commulaire. Hello? I did a communism. Insofar as one is capable of doing a communism in this game, I have done it. And now I am killing time reading about alchemy until I can go bother the drunks about speed. You are not familiar enough with me to know about this. So I have a fiber optic whip that I dance with. I've been doing it for a few years. I like it very much, and it's a lot of fun to do, particularly at electronic music shows. And I went to one of those over New Year's, and they, in specific, banned light whips and nothing else. I've never seen this shit before, or I doubt I'll see it again. I fucking, like, my friend Matt knows a guy who, like, makes whips. He's, like, a whip expert. He asked him, like, why the fuck would they do this? What is the deal? And he was just like, search me. I have no fucking idea. Like, seriously, no fucking idea why they would specifically ban the light whips and nothing else. I have speculation about it, but it really doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're gonna ban whips and not, like, poi, for example, I hurt myself way more with that poi than I ever do with my fucking whip, for sure. Like, I had a couple of, like, bruises and marks from the fucking poi. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, also I was drinking, like, it's just not a great idea. Whereas, like, it's kind of difficult to fuck yourself up with the whip or hurt other people with it. Like, you kind of have to be trying. It's really not the kind of thing that's inherently dangerous, especially in just, like, I've never seen anybody, with the exception of, like, this one idiot who was, like, the last rando I let handle my whip. Like, other than this dummy, I've never seen anybody actually do anything that I thought could hurt somebody meaningfully with this fucking thing in public. I just don't. Anyway, Alex had a good hypothesis. He thinks that the person who, like, organized this and wrote the rules for the event had recently been broken up with by a whip girl, And in a bitter act of petty vengeance, he decided to ban them at this thing he was organizing. So, I think that's maybe, because that, like, literally can't think of any other reason. I've never fucking seen that shit. It's usually either all or none on the light toy thing. It's basically just like they either explicitly ban them or they don't say anything about it, at which point you can expect people to bring light toys. Like, that's basically, like... Was there no way to declare it an emotional support whip? Yo, it is! Like, it is. Like, I needed that thing. Like, I was having integration anxiety, and I needed my emotional support whip. Like, for real, though. It gives me peace in crowds with loud music. So, anyway, I still had fun. It was still good. But again, venue was not great. And those fucks could not even keep to their stupid rules. Alright, let's see if the drunks are up. Put the volume back. I'm getting a new whip soon. I'm pretty fucking excited about that. Again, I don't really have anywhere to take it, but... I can at least, make good videos now, I'm assuming. I really haven't even recorded anything, like, video-wise with my, my phone yet. I don't really know what that looks like. I'm guessing it looks pretty good. The camera seems to be a lot better than any camera I have owned, so... Excuse me. I'm hoping it'll look better. I didn't have a camera, really, that could pick up the whip that well until now, and I still don't know if it will. It seems to require just, like, a... maybe, like, maybe I don't understand how to, like, light it in order to film it, because it's not best to just have everything as dark as possible. That's not ideal. Because if you make it too dark, all you can see is the whip, and that's not really the point. The idea is, like, it's an interaction. You're supposed to be able to see both me and the whip, and in order to see both me and the whip, it has to be kind of like a dimly lit, but not too dim kind of thing, and that's really difficult for cameras to pick up, and it's like... filming myself, like, talking with bright lights in my face is... a fucking cakewalk compared to trying to get any fucking camera to pick up the goddamn whip. It's, like, just so much more difficult. I don't think I need to save, but I just get paranoid. Sir.
The legend! He's back. And first,
15.
I got smokes, and piss, and a little speed to spice things up.
Okay. Yeah, sell me some speed.
Here you go, friend.
Thanks.
That is unhygienic and dangerous, and it does not endear you to me. Just wanted to make that clear, okay?
Alright.
Unhygienic. This stuff is very hygienic. Anything else?
Listen, man, they'd gone to sleep, otherwise I would have bought it while you weren't looking. I apologize. It does not endear you to me. Bitch, I don't care. For fuck's sake. Man, I really lucked out buying, or coming across that fucking, little stash of 2 speed bottles that I did. That helped me out a lot. These whips look like lightsabers, but actually fun. I think that's one of the attachments for this whip that I'm getting, which is basically just like a very fancy flashlight that you can screw a bunch of shit onto. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's easily one of the best hobbies I've ever picked up. It's great, and I sure like doing it for other people, even though like 98% of the time I'm just doing it by myself. That's kind of the fun of it, though. You get real good at a thing, and then you get to go show people. And, like, it's universally very well received. It's pretty much just like, security guards and various venue people who sometimes hassle me about it. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna not bring it anymore. That experience was enough to demonstrate to me that I really maybe don't need to be worried about it. At least not right now. We'll see if they get a little more pissy about it if things ever return to some semblance of normal. But for the moment, no, I am not going to concern myself with bringing this thing again. On the rare occasion that I do go out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I could read more about communism. That's at least something, like, new. Like, there's more in this book. I didn't totally finish it.
Contemplating the cover's slightly unnerving swirl of orange, yellow, and green. You flip forward a few pages until you come upon a chapter titled Mental Projection and Transference.
Yeah, I really should look at the other attachments that this thing has. Oh, one of them is like a fucking, like, basically like a fashion attachment. It's a lot like my whip, but it's sort of like a different arrangement of fiber optics such that you can incorporate it into clothing. That seems fucking great. That's something I could see myself purchasing to attach to this thing for sure. But I don't remember any of the other attachments looking like something I absolutely needed.
When
there was like a ball one that looked cool.
A sufficiently high degree of revolutionary fervor, inframaterialists believe that second-level effects may be observed.
I could also see that being useful for costumes. That'd make a fucking mean mage staff. You, like, put that thing in the top of some kind of, like, wood-looking motherfucker and, like, maybe put another diffuser over the top of it. Look like a crystal or some shit. That would be dope. I've always wanted an excuse to make a costume with a dope-ass wizard staff, but I don't really have anybody in mind in particular that I want to cosplay. I just really want to walk around with a dope staff.
At
like,
this second level, certain hyper-revolutionary individuals may even develop the ability to extend their thoughts into material space and vice versa.
Yeah, does that mean communists can read minds?
Inframaterialist theory, yes. Under suitably revolutionary conditions, that is.
Uh-huh.
Of course, one doesn't need to be a communist to be attuned to the thoughts of your brothers and sisters.
Apparently not.
It's become something of a folk legend that during their final meeting, Nielsen and Mazov didn't speak a single word, preferring to sit in silence with their chamomile tea, reading one another's thoughts.
That's strangely beautiful. That's probably not what happened. I'll go with this.
One of the minor tragedies of the late revolutionary period is that few reliable accounts survive. Much of what we know of the communards' activities during this period come from memoirs and second-hand accounts, some only written down decades after the fact, and of dubious authenticity.
Hey, Kim, you'd say that we share a pretty special connection, right? I am not going to bother him about this. Especially not after you just watched me buy speed and was like, bro, not cool. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit. Fiber optic tattoos will take off around 2025.
Because plasm has
I'm not sure about that.
Directly observed, the exact mechanism behind
that
these
sounds
effects
cool, but
remains entirely speculative. Why are you getting hung up on mechanisms? Open your mind's aperture just a little wider. You're so close to true understanding.
Understanding what exactly?
You know what else lets you feel like you can read minds? Spooky old Pyrrolidon. This should be more than enough for a stimulating discussion. That said, if you're still yearning for more, you must. Everyone knows books save their best parts for the end.
I maybe would have had time to finish the book, and I'll not fucking dwell on
You
it.
breeze through the next several sections until you arrive at the final chapter, titled A Communism Above Reality. When a society's revolutionary fervor reaches the third and highest level, inframaterialist theoreticians have postulated that the laws of physics cease to be laws.
Yeah, what did they become?
More like suggestions, according to
Suggestions.
some of the SRV's leading inframaterialists.
Okay.
Of course, it's impossible to say what exactly happens under these conditions. No known society has ever achieved the levels of revolutionary enthusiasm the theory seems to require.
Isn't that fucking convenient?
Some inframaterialists have even argued that it might require more plasm than humanity alone may be capable of producing.
Are there non-human
In
sources
the SRV,
of plasm?
there have been attempts to organize certain species of aquatic mammals, as well as a few of the higher corvids.
Okay.
But as of this writing, only human beings have demonstrated the intellectual capacity for revolutionary communism.
Has anyone even gotten
There
close?
are numerous stories from Samara involving bandits or fascist mercenaries being levitated by farmers from the most ideologically advanced communes. Of course, few of these incidents have ever been rigorously investigated or substantiated. The form of these stories also recalls several well-known Samoan folk tales, in particular the one commonly known as Clever Oleg and the Flying Magistrate. Among known attempts to channel third-level capabilities, the most well-documented is the curious case of Coalition warship Debutante.
I kind of know what that's about. Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Series of events that took place during the invasion of Revachol. As Coalition forces made landfall, a cadre of Nielsen's most fervent acolytes attempted to compress a Coalition-era static with their collective will.
You think my date's gonna want to talk about communism?
According to Communard law, these acolytes positioned themselves at the top of a redoubt just over the Bay of Revachol. From that vantage, they proceeded to visualize pinching Coalition warship Debutante between their fingers, a gesture believed to assist in the extra-physical materialization of their thoughts. The acolytes, along with the redoubt, were vaporized in an artillery strike before the process could be completed. It's been said, though, that in the weeks following the battle, the captain of the Debutante noted an increase in incidents of crewmen striking their heads on unexpectedly low bulkheads. Of course, colorful anecdotes only scratch the surface of what inframaterialists believe may be possible in a truly third-level society.
Right. And what would that even look
Some
like?
have theorized that such a society would be fundamentally unrecognizable, lacking many of the institutions we typically take for granted in advanced societies, including organized governments, financial institutions, and law enforcement. Did that book just say there's no place for you in this future?
It's not stunning.
Others have argued that people living under third-level conditions will be immune to such infirmities as hunger, disease, and mental illness.
Sounds
In
nice.
some of his later writings, Nielsen himself speculated about the potential for an extra-physical architecture that disregards the laws of bourgeois physics and instead relies on the revolutionary faith of the people for structural integrity.
Fuck, man. Meaning the buildings stay up because people believe they'll stay up?
Precisely. Nielsen observed that the
okay.
financial system operates on the same
Bourgeois
principle of
physics.
faith. So why not an architectural system?
Bourgeois
On the
physics.
following page, you come across a few black and white reproductions from Nielsen's own notebooks. One sketch depicts a government ministry shaped like a great inverted pyramid, a hectare in width at the top, balanced atop foundations the size of common apartments. Another depicts a leaning tower wrapped in a dramatic helix. The caption beneath it reads, "The Tower of History."
What if the people stop believing and the buildings collapse?
In the corner of one of the reproduced notebook pages, you can make out the following words, written in Nielsen's distinctive slashing script. "A state that has lost the faith of its people has forfeited the right to exist."
Wow. Plausible or not, there's something beautiful about this idea. Is there any more?
There is no more. You've reached the outer theoretical limits of communism. And in less than 200 pages.
Oh, wow.
If you'd like to read further, may we recommend a brief look at Occidental architecture?
Alright, that's enough communism for one day. Bourgeois genetics was a thing in the USSR? I mean, I could see it, sure. Maybe that was a reference to that. Who fucking knows? Alright. Well, am I just seriously... think I'm just doing this again now. Come up with something else to talk about. Alright. Just doing this shit. Yeah, there's a like, I feel like I am not the person to make to do analysis on all the fucking commentary that is happening with the communism subplot in this game. I feel like there's a whole lot. I don't really have much to say on it except like it does reflect like my experience with trying to get into what you could call leftism. Like, generally speaking, it's a lot of like gatekeeping and intellectual posturing and fruitless debate and certainly infighting. It certainly doesn't feel like a culture, like an environment that's ever going to accomplish the things that it seems to want to. Which is, you know, disappointing. But also not terribly surprising, based on a number of things I know. This is absurd what I'm doing right now. You just imagine Kim just getting like increasingly angry. So I'm sitting here just fucking like I mean, could I literally just like I could just speedrun this, I guess. Ridiculous. Absolutely goddamn ridiculous. Just trying to go on my damn date. I'm just trying. Just about there. I seriously just, like, pissed away an entire day. And really, like I said, if I was very serious about everything, I would do it again just so I could complete that thought before I do this shit, but I'm gonna not.
And find yourself staring at the familiar cover once more.
Alright. Okay, Kim. Time for bed. Good day.
Cold. This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Alright.
Good night, officer.
Good night. Oh, sorry. He's saying we'll meet in the morning. I mean, except that one time you didn't. I gotta clip that shit for Alex. He's gotta see that. Kim fucking just popping in like the fucking Flash from way off the damn screen. Excellent. Excellent shit. I think that's the first time I've seen him bug, though. Which, generally speaking, this game is running pretty well. If I can just say. Wasn't this these folks' like first fucking game? That's insane to me. In-fucking-sane to me. I don't know what kind of checks I'm about to encounter here. Oh, it's a suggestion check. So, alright. Let me... that. I'll go ahead and get some booze going. I probably shouldn't be holding that while I talk to her. I'm not gonna have any red checks. Well, not like red. I mean like physics. Or whatever the fuck. The physical stat check. Let's just save. I don't think I have any suggestion shit. Oh, I do, but it would require me to take off my dragon robe, and I don't know how much I support that. I think this is my only thing. This is this what I'm gonna go on a date in? My fucking Javert coat? Oh my goodness. Okay. Ma'am?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves? She likes the ocean, weirdo.
Of course. Question time.
She needs to go on a date with another drunk badly. Oh my god. Oh boy. I will save scum this. I will. I gotta see how it goes. Man, I thought that was gonna be a little bit better. I maybe should have put a point in that instead. Fuck it. Here we go. Hey! It is a nat 20, motherfuckers. Look at that. Beautiful. You think she really needs more of that after her man died at sea? What do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
I'm listening. Get out of here with your crazy fringe theories. What you're suggesting is highly experimental, possibly dangerous. I'm listening.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
Uh-huh. I'm a drunk. Don't know if you've noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me. Oh boy, we're just okay.
I have, and I don't really.
You just want to go for a walk. What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for a walk? Walks are innocent.
This time though, do I want to be cutesy? I probably should. Because otherwise, let's just do that.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
I am. That's why you should definitely agree. Is that a yes, ma'am? Is the walk happening? Please, please come to a sober walk with me. Let's go with that.
Walk take us, officer.
Nothing creepy, strange, or out there. Keep it eerie and simple.
There's a nice view on the beach I found. Land's End. Yeah, this is nice.
All right. I will walk with you.
Okay.
But you need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking.
Okay. Something could happen. No. Bro, shut the fuck up.
Me too. It's been ages since I just had a normal conversation with one of you guys.
She means men.
Yep.
All right, I'll go put the kids to bed and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
Okay.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
Okay, can I put my robe back on? You gotta like me for me, you know? I wear the robe. Who wouldn't want to date that? Looking like something. It's just like... Okay, it's probably gonna take me 15 minutes just to wander out there. I could fast travel to the church at least. Hopefully I don't fucking get lost. I'm gonna not drink. I'm gonna go ahead and not drink. Man, how do I get exactly 15 minutes to pass? Let me actually get over there first. Isn't it like up here? Ish? Oh, is she already here? I hope that's her.
The woman gazes steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again, tousled, wild. She brushes a few stray locks from her eyes, and only then spots you approaching.
How the fuck did she get here before me? Does she have this as a fast travel point?
Aye, so here you are. It's late and the sun is going down. It'll be dark soon. If we stay here long enough, we will be joined by a cortege of drunks and teenagers.
Fun.
Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself. Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
You seem surprised that I made it.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
It's a rock star thing, tardiness. I'm trying not to fuck this up. I mean, she didn't have to wait. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm just trying to be responsible grown-up. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this is all not great. Let's be nice.
Those big words men like to throw around as though they had weight.
Damn, lady.
Let's just admire this piece of the world we happen to have in front of us, eh?
She nods to you, a playful glint in her eyes.
As she turns to face the sun, reflected in the waves, and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, You cannot help following her steady gaze. You should say something. Anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing.
No, keep quiet about your sordid past. You know, a past incarnation of myself called himself Tequila Sunset. Do I need to no.
The remains of the dying sun are reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds. Or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Thanks, Logic. Cunt. Did she name her boat the sun? I didn't remember that. She must have.
That was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and all.
I'm not sure desert people are happy, but just...
There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skewers. Grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their fading opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
The sun isn't exactly an organization. Not at the moment. There's an explanation. Oh my god. Oh my god, begin a long, impassioned political tirade. Oh my god. Oh, the flames this could go down in. My god. Oh, something's gotta be on our side. I can understand feeling like nothing is. Because it's not humans. Humans betray you. None of these are great. None of these are great. Let's go with this.
I guess we wouldn't really be here if that thing wasn't on our team.
Indeed.
Maybe some general remarks before you say something big.
Oh boy.
Work your way up to the cool.
Oh man. All right. We're gonna try.
Here we go.
All right.
2 different approaches to cap this off with style.
Yeah, massive thermonuclear reaction, 5 billion years old. The sun is a god. The only fault with the sun is it shines on us as well as our enemies. Neither of these are great, but I'm gonna trust the check. I'm not sure which one of these to go with. They both kind of suck. I mean, this is... They're both bad. Alright.
That it does. But then, we are also enemies to our enemies, hey? And so she shines on us. The cops and the commies, the killers and the saints. You know, the wind's gonna pick up soon, and I have to go, but...
She takes her sword out of the scabbard. The blade shines in the gathering dark. Is she gonna kill me?
Have this.
Oh.
The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
Really? You sure you don't need the sword?
No. Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
Oh. I think we can do this again sometime?
Doubt it. But thank you for the company.
Alright.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink.
Yeah. He right. Thank you for coming on this walk with
Farewell.
me. I mean, I knew that. I mean, it starts today. Day 1, motherfucker. Or I guess tomorrow.
The wind picks up, and the light from the sun seems to fade. The crumbling silhouette of failed electrical R&D towers in the distance, beckoning.
You think she'll wait around for me? For a whole ass year? That'd be fucking crazy. Oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. This is a tool? Wear this to... Equip this to impress yourself. Oh my. Wowee. Huh. I mean, that's pretty great. I do prefer double fisting my drugs, but you know, if I'm really trying to make an impression, this is seems it's not terribly dangerous anyway, so it's kind of dull. Won't slice yours. You could stab somebody with that. You'd have to try real hard, but stabbing is entirely possible. For sure. Okay, children. None of these, unfortunately, are possible except for this one, and this is the endgame shit. And, we can't do any of this shit until we do the endgame shit. Except this? I mean, I guess I'll go try to give her some more figurines. I mean, fuck it. Am I walking around with my hand on the fucking saber? Like a dork? Look at this shit. Look at this goofy shit. I mean, I think I got like one more figurine to give her. Let's see how that goes. I got nothing else to do with it. Not to my knowledge anyway, other than like selling it, but I don't fucking need to do that. Actually, I have a lot of shit that's like worth money that I could sell if I needed money, but I don't. That's probably what I would have had to start doing if I didn't get money from that guy in the crate. Like this fucking thing? I don't know why I'd need to be hanging on to that. I could've, well, I needed that, but I probably don't anymore. Why can I only sell those for 1? Didn't they cost me like 9 or something? I don't know, they're worth more to me. Those rats. Nice. Frame rate, please.
The mother
you
of
can hang on.
Stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Yeah, I
Why?
can't. Yeah, she's a window.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Okay.
I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass.
Well then what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Her expression.
hold up. What's this fucking task called? Hold on. Okay. I don't think I can do this. At least not right now. I'm not gonna read more about it. I think I have gathered that I cannot do this at the moment. Alright then. In that case, it would seem we do not have an Alex, and I'm probably gonna call it a night here. Which means the next time I play this, I'm going to be playing it for quite some time. Probably at least 5 hours, perhaps upwards of, don't look it up. I mean, I started reading, like, shit, I backed out. I've gotten very good at, like, skimming shit, such that I don't ruin anything for myself. Everybody has danced, yes. I even got Kim to dance, and it was the best thing ever, and I was very, very happy about it. Okay, yeah, I don't want to do anything else. Not without Alex here, so we're gonna call it a night. And that was like roughly a whole stream. Not really as long as that. Nah, it's like not even 3. Once I trim the music, it's like gonna be like 2.5 hours. It's not much of a stream. Oh well. I don't know, I had told him I wanted to stream tonight. I think he maybe just fell asleep, didn't mean to. I don't know. Hopefully he's doing alright. Okay. I'll start the day. Once I play again. You need a page with spoilers for your life? I don't think I'd want to read that. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe I'm glad it doesn't exist so I don't have to resist the temptation to read it. Might be a little too hard. I should be able to come back and play more of this on... I guess... Thursday? Maybe? Look at my schedule here. No, that would not be a good day. Friday looks like would be a better day. Well, when do I work on Saturday? Do I? This is not... Formatting's terrible. Yeah, Friday looks like a good day. Well, no, because what the why am I working Sunday? Why? I will have to concern myself with this later. This is... Well, no, what is today? Okay, well, it was Monday. It's now Tuesday, technically. Well, no, okay. I guess Wednesday. Wednesday would be good. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna plan to do that then. you know, hopefully. I fucking never work on Sunday. It's happened like maybe once. He must have just not had anybody for that fucking day, because holy shit. Well, I think that the one guy that we had working Sundays every once in a while, I think he's got a job that is keeping him from doing that now. I can't remember. I don't know. I haven't talked to Adam in like at least a week, so. Anyway, okay. I have one last post-rock track here. There won't be any post-rock in the finale, so I figured I would, you know, pay tribute to it. One more. This was a band that I believe Sun recommended? If I'm not mistaken. Might have been somebody else. If these trees could talk, I want to say it was Sun, but I can't remember. Anyway, good little post-rock track. Close out on. Oh shit! What the? YouTube Music, you're terrible. I think Alex finally abandoned YouTube Music. I think he told me he's using Spotify now. Which, like, can't blame him. I might make a switch here after I'm done with this game. I do have a lot of, like, I'm gonna have to, like, write down some playlist shit that I've got here if I'm gonna be switching to something else. I should do that anyway. This is a good idea. Keep track of this shit. If it's important. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back on, looks like probably Wednesday to do the end of the game. It'll be a long fucking stream, so it's supposed to get even weirder is my understanding, so buckle up. I'll be back soon. Enjoy the last hurrah of post-rock. For the moment, I'll see y'all in a couple days. Good night!